I just want to join with Senator Menendez and Senator Corker in urging our colleagues to promptly confirm Senator Kerry as our next Secretary of State. You know, it's a great honor to serve in the United States Senate. It's a great privilege and honor to represent the people of Maryland here in the United States Senate. But part of that just special privilege is the people we serve with, the incredible public servants that we've had the privilege of serving with in the United States Senate. And I put Senator Kerry at the top of that list. He has devoted his life to public service in the finest manner. He is so qualified to assume the responsibilities of Secretary of State. He understands this complex world in which we live in and the differences among countries. Many are strategically important to the United States, yet they don't share our values. And Senator Kerry understands that and understands the importance to advance U.S. interests. We need to understand the concerns of other countries, and we need to establish relations with other countries. He has made a personal commitment to understand the world in which we live in. I don't think there's been a member of this body that has spent more time, gone to more places, met with more people in order to represent our nation on the international stage. Senator Kerry has always done that with the greatest degree of competency and representing our country in the finest traditions. He has a broad experience as a soldier serving in Vietnam, experiences as a senator, 28 years representing the people of Massachusetts in the United States Senate. Now, we know about his service on the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. I want to talk about two other committees that he served on, the Senate Finance Committee that I had the privilege of serving with him. There is no senator who has taken the fiscal challenges of our country more seriously or understands the impact that our fiscal house has to our national security interests. In fact, during his confirmation hearings, I was very pleased that he mentioned the need for us to get our fiscal house in order. And he is one of the, I think, understands that and understands the commitment he has once confirmed and once heading the State Department to help us in bringing about fiscal sanity here in the United States to do what is necessary worldwide, but also to do it in the most cost-effective way. I also served with Senator Kerry on the Small Business Committee. And the small business community didn't have a better advocate when Senator Kerry was chairman of that committee. And I was pleased at how many times we brought out initiatives to help small business and help America grow, because we know that the growth engine for jobs in this country come from our small companies. But clearly, it's been these last few years that I've had the privilege of serving with Senator Kerry as he's chaired the Senate Foreign Relations Committee that I got to see up close and personal his extraordinary commitment to our country and his ability to carry out so many important responsibilities. Senator Kerry understands that our national security, yes, depends upon a strong military, but also the other key ingredients to national security is diplomacy and development assistance. Now, it was interesting, we had Secretary Clinton before our committee, and I think someone mentioned that was like 1.5% of the budget, and she corrected and said, you know, it's really less than 1% of the budget. And let me understand that. Diplomacy and international development assistance is less than 1% of the budget. We know what we spend on our military is a lot larger than that. All three are important to national security. Senator Kerry understands that. He understands that through diplomacy, we can avoid unnecessary military action. He understands through diplomacy, we can make America safer. He understands through international development assistance, we can strengthen countries, make them more stable, and less likely to need to use our military. That's the type of leader that we need as Secretary of State. We have a great leader today in Secretary Clinton, and I think Senator Kerry will follow in that tradition. Take a look at his record, Senator Kerry's record, of advancing America's interests. We have a safer world today through Senator Kerry's efforts. We, as you know, approved the New START Treaty with Russia, reducing the amount of nuclear weapons between Russia and the United States. That makes this world safer. His record on human rights is well known, from Cambodia to Burma to Kosovo and many other places around the world. Senator Kerry has been a leader in advancing the cause of human rights. We already heard that Senator Menendez pointed out his efforts in Vietnam. He represented America to get an accounting of our POWs, MIAs. That was unprecedented in modern times, to be able to go to a country we're at war with and have that type of accounting. Senator Kerry used his talent to be able to bring closure for many American families, and that has always, it was an incredible accomplishment, and then able to improve the relationship between the United States and Vietnam, recognizing that it's in America's interests that we are able to communicate with other countries. I particularly appreciate his work on elevating the importance internationally of human trafficking. The United States has taken the leadership in saying, whether you're a receiving country or an origin country or a country of transport, we all have a responsibility to stop what we call modern slavery, the trafficking usually of young girls, but is also sometimes of boys. And the United States has taken the leadership. I would like to think that Senator Kerry's commitment on this issue started on his membership on the Helsinki Commission. He was a former member of the Helsinki Commission. I now have the opportunity of being the Senate chair of the Helsinki Commission. We raised the issue of human trafficking, and Senator Kerry was one of the great advocates to advance Americans' leadership internationally to stop human trafficking. He's protected people with disabilities. As Senator Menendez mentioned, he's been our leader on energy and climate issues, recognizing the importance of the United States to demonstrate international leadership in order to deal with a global problem, a problem that's important for us to deal with as a citizen of the world, but also important for us to deal with in regards to America's economy and Americans' energy needs and America's responsibilities as far as security is concerned. And Senator Kerry has been a great leader on that. He has provided U.S. leadership for humanitarian assistance. I remember the hearings in the committee we had on Haiti and the personal commitment he took to make sure that America was in the leadership in a country that suffered such a horrible disaster in our own hemisphere, and his work there was extremely important. He led our efforts on dealing with HIV/AIDS and doing the responsible thing as far as the America's position on that. He understands the importance of international development assistance to advance gender equality. It's very interesting when you want to take a look at the health of a country, look at the way they treat their women. And we have a pretty strong commitment as far as international development assistance around the globe. We need to use that to make sure countries advance the rights of women. It's not only the right thing to do from what we believe in as America, but it also provides a more stable country for us to have relations with. And Senator Kerry understands that. He's been one of the leaders in fighting corruption in other countries. I will always remember the hearing we had in our committee when former President Clinton and Bill Gates testified before us. These are two individuals who have headed a lot of international development assistance. They have a zero policy in dealing with countries that can't control corruption, because we want to make sure that they want to make sure that their assistance doesn't go to fuel corruption. Senator Kerry understands that we don't want America's international development assistance to be used to fuel corruption. That's the type of leadership that we need as the Secretary of State. The list goes on and on, Madam President, of what he's been able to do to advance the rights and interests of the United States. I am confident that Senator Kerry's legacy of fighting for democracy, human rights, and global peace will continue as he assumes his new responsibilities as the Secretary of State for the United States of America. I urge my colleagues to support his nomination. I really thank Chairman Menendez for bringing this nomination to the floor so quickly, and thank Senator Corker for accommodating it. It's important that President Obama has his security team in place as quickly as possible, and I'm proud that the Senate will be doing its share of its work by voting on this nomination later today.